There are tons of holster and mag pouch companies to choose from these days, which isn't a bad thing, but with such a flooded market, it's not always easy to find reviews or impressions on a particular brand. Well, this is a quick video to remedy that, at least for one particular company. In a video I did with TGC for the Glock 19 versus AREX Delta M comparison, I needed a level playing field in holsters for the EDC category. And I remember that Polenar Tactical regularly utilizes the AREX lineup nestled into, you guessed it, Gnome Solutions holsters, the Slovenian Trinity. They had a Glock holster as well, so I reached out to Gnome. They were very nice folks, and here's what they generously provided. The Kane Level 2 Duty holster for the AREX Delta, the Renny concealed inside waistband holster for the Glock 19 and AREX Delta M, and a Malin passive retention outside waistband holster for the 0201 and Alpha. And then for my PCC comparison video, they sent mag pouches for the Scorpion, Strybog, Glock mag PCCs like the Bog G and the X-Star, AR-15 style mags, and double stack pistol mags that aren't necessarily Glock. So we have a bit to cover, but we're going to move fast. Now, before you tune out because you may not own any AREX guns or the PCCs that I mentioned, know that BGS makes holsters for other mainstream manufacturers like Beretta, Glock, CZ, Sig Sauer, Springfield, Tokarev, Canik, some 1911 models, and the Desert Eagle, with more to come and weapon light options fitting the Enforce, O-Light, Streamlight, and Surefire models. This episode is brought to you by X-Star USA, makers of the EP9 pistol. They're a great company, family owned, and they're masters of polymer, meaning they didn't just say, we already make guns, let's try out this polymer thing. No, they were already in the polymer biz and they said, let's make some polymer freedom. Or at least that's how I like to imagine things going down. They also make Glock mags now that are very good, and they're just a great company overall, so thanks to them for their support. Ammo is provided by Global Ordnance. Speaking of them, they are based out of Florida. Continue praying for people in Florida and other areas affected by the hurricane. Help out any way you can. It's going to be a long road recovery, and I know the elections have taken over the news cycle, but those victims still need your support. Thank you to them for providing ammo. They ship fast, and they have a great selection. And lastly, I'm a good fan of safety gear and functional but cool equipment. Axle hearing protection in the GS Extreme Pros are in-ear, they stay in place, and they're comfortable, and Gators make some sweet eyewear with metal frames, adjustable rubber nose pieces, and swagger. Use the links below to get a discount, it helps me out. Now, I've been dailying the Renny concealed, so we're going to start with this. The fit and finish is very good, excellent honestly, and it's lined with a soft, felt-like material which is very comfortable and keeps it from moving around. I don't notice any poking or rough textures during use. These are compatible with slide-mounted optics, barrel extensions, and suppressor height sights, as are the rest of the holsters that I'm going to talk about. So in this case, my Delta M Tactical will fit just fine. There are also inside waistband mag pouches with a similar design and finish. The claw is effective, and they've opted for a non-textured contact point, which makes it easier to drop into place. Now, there is a slight drawback to the smooth claw, however, and that is grip. Depending on the pants or the belt that I'm wearing, the holster can give way, at least with the retention set the way it was from the factory, which was quite tight. It only happened once while I was training, and I haven't had an issue since loosening the retention. For comparison, my A&R design holster has a grippy claw, and while it's more effort to equip, it stays put a little bit better. The Glock 19 holster is the same. They both have an excellent fit, finish, adjustable retention, the claw is removable, and it keeps the overall package very compact. Next is the Kane Level 2 Duty Style holster. As the name implies, it's a duty style holster with a spring-assisted hood to ensure the gun doesn't go anywhere, not just from a retention aspect, but from a no-touchy aspect like what law enforcement would want. The switch both drops the hood and releases the retention. You can do it in separate motions, so you can drop the hood and then return and press the switch to release. And then the hood locks back in place when you pull it back. It's got a great fit and finish. This one came with a Dropleg holster with the loop, and the quality is great all around. Options include different colors, protective linings if you want to preserve the finish of your gun, and a universal mounting pattern that fits most attachments from Blackhawk, Safariland, G-Code, Blade Tech, and many more. I've had a lot of fun with this one. I already own several attachments from Blackhawk, so I'm glad there's some compatibility with my prior investments. Last holster is the Malin series, which is a passive retention jack of all trades. This is your typical outside the waistband. It comes with a belt loop, it's very fast, has adjustable retention, and it can be adapted to fit on the Kane Dropleg or other popular mounts I mentioned earlier, like the Blackhawk gear. This is a T-series Dropleg, and it works great. This particular one is for the 0 series, so the 0201 Alpha, which are some of my favorite handguns and also some of the hardest dedicated holsters to find. Mag pouches are excellent as well. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these, but they're Kydex with adjustable retention. I've ran around in these without the mags flying out. I like the design compared to some of the overly retentive mag pouches I've used before. They're very easy to access and very easy to place mags in, and they're just very fun and functional to use. They're very easy to mount, they stay in place, and I love the wide variety of magazines that they accommodate for. In addition to a wide variety of mag styles, they also make a tourniquet holder and a chewing tobacco holster, which is hilarious. I eat a lot of gummy candy while I shoot, so BGS, I need a Kydex peach ring holster, please and thanks. All in all, I've been very impressed, and the massive array of holster companies currently in the market, it's nice to see a really high quality option from a smaller company. The easiest way to buy them is through Polenar Tactical store, which just got revamped, and their DHL shipping is crazy fast. My mag pouches shipped from Polenar, and thanks to them, they arrived in less than 3 days, which is nuts. From Slovenia. Check them out, see what they have on offer, and remember, it's your right to protect yourself, and your right to speak not only for truth, but against lies. Just look at what people are willing to do to children these days. It's horrific. Or the blind eye that they'll show to evil if it doesn't fit a narrative or it's inconvenient. And the replacement of common logic with a social justice logic that leads to the miscarriage of true justice. The champions of this behavior would have you disarmed, helpless, have your children brainwashed, and compliant to their ever-changing version of truth while they rack up limitless bills on your tab and commit the same crimes that they accuse you of. Dietrich Bonhoeffer said, "The ultimate test of a moral society is the kind of world that it leaves to its children." I love my children. I bet you do too, but remember that love is action and it may cost you something. Bonhoeffer lived through the Holocaust. He was in Germany when Nazis came to power. And he also said that silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. So if we don't speak, if we don't act, we love the immediate complacency and comfort that we have, our access to the dopamine machine, and we hate those who will suffer the aftermath, which is our children. And on that bombshell, thanks for watching and stay safe out there.